Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we have sunshine because it is the middle of June and we deserve some sunshine at last. Quick update, haven't been doing too much because I've been building a house and digging foundations, etc. and that comes first. This is the hobby. Anyway, front to back we'll have a little wander round and I'll tell you what I've been up to in my spare time. We have a petrol tank suitably mounted, just checking it all out. Of course everything's temporary. Got to trial run absolutely everything until I'm happy, then we can take it off, make it look pretty, give it a coat of paint, etc. But we are still, for now and for a month or two, in the trial run mode. Anyway, down there you can probably see we have new brake pipes, and we've actually got new brakes and wheel cylinders and adjusters and flexies and goodness knows what. Shackles about to be ordered. Unfortunately they're going to have to be specially made, but they're not too expensive. Seats are only positioned, once again I'm just trying to get heights, which is why I've got the plank along the top of the carbs just to get bonnet level, etc. All a trial run, as I said. The final seat's going to be a curved single item, not double modern ones like this, the old curved ones with a pin button as they did in the 1920s. And here we have a 1920s steering wheel, complete with a lock. It was an American accessory by Fox Automotive. And I think we can actually get the key, and if you can make it work, which we will do, you can see down there there's a little bolt shoots out and locks the steering wheel, so no 1920s thieves can steal your 1920s Cadillac or Duesenberg or Austin 7 or whatever it was. The chain drive setup is taking progress. I put that on only to find that I'd made a boo-boo. It's got to come off, and a new one about half an inch bigger, which arrived this morning, will be fitted as soon as it's been machined out. We have all the rollers, etc. They've all arrived, that's no problem. Right, we have carbs and distributors and alternators. I was going to have only one alternator, however, when I priced up the idlers, of which I would need two, for a few quid more, you may as well have an alternator and be done with it. And then you've got 3 alternators if one ever packs up, because you can't get much juice out of an idler. Steering, power steering no less. We've temporarily fitted that in to get steering angles, etc. And you can wiggle it about and it's all doing what it's supposed to do. That's why I've got black marks. We probably can't see them in the sunshine, but I've got black marks on there to work out steering angles and what have you. That, of course, will have a drop arm, as they did, going forwards, and gets attached there, and you turn the wheel, obviously, and the steering wheels turn. Right, all 3 engines are at about the same level. They got the distributors in, etc. The distributors are rebuilt. I did buy a radiator, but unfortunately it was a little bit too big, but not high enough. So I put that on eBay for sale, and I'm getting a new one, a different one, on Monday, and according to the measurements I have taken, it should be pretty good. So this side's still a bit bare. The only thing that happened around here is we have fitted the power steering pump. It sits in there quite nicely and doesn't stick out past the engine. Of course it doesn't need to be adjustable because it'll all be adjusting off the alternator when the belt's on, and the alternator will tension everything. So the one belt will be driving 4 items, but they're not very power consuming. It shouldn't be a problem. Right, what else have we got to show you? I think not a whole bundle, to be honest. The sort of things I've been doing have been a little bit hidden, like the brakes and what have you. But there we are. Hold on, let's go into the middle, and you might hear, between the seats you start to get an idea of the bonnet line, as I guess it will be from the measurements of the radiator, but I can't really finalize that until I get the radiator, and then I can be 100% sure of everything. Same with the steering. It's not really worth me going any further until I do the stub exhausts and a few other things. So it's going to be back on eBay, looking for parts, putting the tape measure on things and seeing if they will fit or we can make them fit. Right, that is about it. The sun is shining, so we're going to go out for a spin. Not in this, unfortunately, but something else. Okay, show you any updates in the next couple of weeks, which I think by then I'll have a fair bit done if the radiator arrives. Of course, all of this is stuff that drags on and on and on. As soon as you start on the body work, 2 days of body work, and it looks like you've done a tremendous amount of work. But this sort of stuff you can do 6 months and there's not really all that much to show for it. Oh yes, as you can see from the last video, we now have a starter on every engine. Some people thought I was going to use one starter to drive all three, but even I'm not that crazy. Well, close to it, but not quite that crazy. Okay, we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.